Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Fox Sports.
Last night, Chris Archer was the star of the show in L.A., tying a Rays franchise record with 15 strikeouts as Tampa Bay downed the Angels 6-1. Tonight, right-hander Nathan Carnes goes to the hill in the rubber game at the Big A. Late night with the Rays from Southern California starts now. Tonight's Wednesday night showdown, brought to you by your Tampa Bay area Mazda dealers. We again greet you from Anaheim, California. This will be the wrap-up game of this series between the Rays and the Angels. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. Well, the Rays, after taking 2 out of 3 in the first stop on this 10-game road trip in Baltimore, tonight have an opportunity to take 2 out of 3 from the Angels here in Anaheim, but they're going to have to wade through this power-laden lineup, especially as of late, and they've been led by Albert Pujols.
Memo to the Rays pitching staff here in this final game of this series: stay out of the middle of the plate, stay away from mistakes. Sometimes easier said than done, but right now Albert Pujols is in launch mode and he is tearing it up. 9 for 23 over his last 6 games, and 6 of the 9 have left the building. Averaging a home run a game. Look at the RBIs at 10. And we've seen it here in this series. Rays pitching, as good as Chris Archer was last night, he made one mistake, and Albert Pujols made him pay for it. Nathan Carnes is going to get the first shot at going through this lineup tonight and seeing Pujols. And I'll tell you something, if he throws the ball anything like he did his last time out, this road trip that seemingly will not end, he's already had a start on it and was outstanding. 6 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, striking out 7. And he is on quite the run right now. 6 straight starts of 2 earned runs or fewer.
And you can see what he's done on the road. 10 starts overall, 3 of those on the road with an earned run average of 1.02. The opposition hitting only 102 against him. So after a couple of early bumps in the road, he has been superbly consistent for the Rays. Rays trying to take 2 out of 3 and move on to Seattle. They're now 3-2 on this road trip and just moments away from the first pitch from Anaheim.
Angels. On this late night with the Rays, we get a chance to know Steve Geltz a little bit better. Geltz, a member of the Rays bullpen, talks about the camaraderie they have out there.
And I'm an easy guy to get along with because I like to laugh. I like to have fun. And so when guys are cracking jokes and I'm right, I mean, I'm knee slapping, horse laughing. So, you know, stuff's funny to me. I'm going to laugh about it. And a lot of times it comes from Box, Jeppy, McGee, you know, Frieri. I mean, everybody down there cracks jokes and has fun. The coaches, the staff, everybody. It's such a good time here.
During the course of the night, guys, we'll hear about his ability to play paintball, his dancing skills, also how he gets that backpack prepared in the bullpen, plus pitching at University of Buffalo. All that part of our late night with the Rays. Let's go back up to Dwayne and B.A.
All right, well, thank you very much. He truly is the Swiss Army knife. Let's take a quick look at the lineup for the Rays, presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Brandon Guyer leads it off. Butler, Longoria, Forsythe, Souza Jr., Elmore, Cabrera, Mikey Matuk hits 8th, and Rene Rivera 9th. Hector Santiago on the mound, and his first pitch is a strike call. First pitch presented by Pinch a Penny. Nothing in 2. And if you let Santiago work of his own accord, he will get the ball and throw it.
Well, and you can see already the fastball's 87 to 90, not overpowering, but there is a certain amount of deception in his delivery. You see him kind of thrown across his body. He will use that fastball to both sides of the plate, but relies on deception.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Guyer extending the opening at bat through 5 pitches. Guyer hitting .288 with a couple of home runs. Both those home runs against left-handed pitching. And the count is full. Guyer has been in that leadoff spot in all 15 games in which the Rays have been opposed by a left-handed starter. That's a foul ball, just foul. Pat Hoberg on the call. So a near miss right there for Brandon Guyer.
And we see Brandon Guyer do that a lot. I'll tell you, he against the lefties especially, he gets out and around the baseball about as well as anybody. See him peppering that third base line quite often. Almost did it again right there.
Pops it into shallow left. Ibar angling out. Can't get it. That's going to drop for a base hit. Well, Ibar did everything he could. Moving to his left and angling back toward left center, and Guyer has a single.
Well, you could see that Eric Ibar was in trouble as soon as the ball was off the bat, because watch him take off frantically trying to get there. And just nobody available. You work a guy for 8 pitches and then lead off with a single. Great start here for the Rays.
Perfect lead off at bat for Guyer to start this game. And here is Joey Butler. Fouls it away. Butler tonight, he is starting his 9th consecutive game. The GMC big matchup. You can see the last 4 nights he is 8 of 16.
He just continues to get hotter and hotter. I mean, his month of May was off the charts.
That puts him down in the count 0-2.
Now you're going to have to get used to the Santiago deception and the fact that he will come at you with a lot of different pitches, a lot of different looks, cut, the fastball, slider, changeup, curveball, you name it, he throws it.
This one is high, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. He really likes that changeup in matchups against right-handed hitters, and it's been a good one for him.
And you can see the effectiveness of it already because of the fact that he likes to throw the fastball in on righties too. Really opens up that changeup.
And that's a no pitch. And the count remains a ball, 2 strikes. That's Jeff Kellogg working the plate tonight. Veteran umpire. Geyer the runner and Joey Butler the hitter. Now snap throw to first. Geyer's back in there. The pitch away to Butler. He took it off the plate. So it's a 2-2 count. The Angels really like this young catcher Carlos Perez. And he is, as we can see there, not afraid to keep an eye and an arm extended to opposing base runners. Line drive, base hit over Ibar's head. And the Rays put the first 2 men on.
Well, let's take a quick look at the Angel defense and see how it's going to line up tonight. In the outfield, left to right, we have Kirk Neuenhuis, Mike Trout, and Cole Calhoun. Across the infield, third to first, David Freese, Eric Ibar, Johnny Giavotella, and Albert Pujols, with Carlos Perez behind the plate.
Well, the Rays have an opportunity in the first, 2 on with nobody out. And here is Evan Longoria. The pitch is outside. Santiago has been very good this year, certainly recently for the Angels. It's been a couple years since the Rays have seen him. He was with the White Sox for a time. 1-1, and when they saw him back in April of 2013 working out of the White Sox bullpen, they got to him for 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings. And he gave up 10 hits in that stint.
Left him out there to die. That's a tough one to take.
Pickoff play at second. Geyer back in. He had extended that lead when Santiago turned and made the move.
And everything was slow on that. So even though Brandon Geyer got way out there, the turn and the throw by Hector Santiago was very slow. Very slow. That allowed Geyer to get back in easily.
Longoria takes it upstairs. Now 2-1.
You know, as good as you were talking about how Santiago has been pitching, he's tied for second in the American League. 7 of his 10 starts, 1 earned run or 0 earned runs.
Fly ball back into left. Neuenhuis on the move will make the catch, and the runners return to first and second.
Boy, Evan Longoria there making a bid to try to slide that by Neuenhuis up the line. That would have been a big one there. But it hung up for him. He was able to make a play. And you'll see a lot of that tonight. I mean, Hector Santiago is about as close to a pure fly ball pitcher as you're going to find as a starter. And that has been the way that he has pitched throughout his career. A lot of balls in the air.
Now Logan Forsythe. And there's the strike. Well, Logan got it started in the first inning last night for the Rays against C.J. Wilson. Holding his 6th home run of the season. to give the Rays a 2-run lead, and behind the superb performance of Chris Archer, the Rays won that game 6-1. Chris with 15 strikeouts last night. A 1-strike count.
When you keep your eyes on these Rays base runners, maybe the double steal.
There they go. Pitch is a strike, and the throw, one hops in, and the Rays pull it off. A double steal. Geyer to third. Butler trailing up to second.
Well, you had a feeling that that was coming. That's something the Rays like to do. You have the perfect time to do it with one out, and off they go. And this is something that teams have been able to take advantage of. Hector Santiago, he's given up 10 stolen bases 2 different times in his career, and that was number 8 and 9 on the season already this year.
Two men now in scoring position for Forsythe. Foul the other way. Santiago coming off 7 1/3 scoreless innings against the Tigers, and a 2-0 win his last time out. And 7 strikeouts in that game. Forsythe fouls that one away.
Santiago, obviously in this situation, going for the strikeout. Logan Forsythe need to put this ball in play, whatever he has to do. Try to work this ball into the outfield. He had a good chance of doing that. The fact that Santiago gives up so many fly balls. Try to take an early lead.
And just a piece of that one to stay alive. Breaking ball. And a nice job by Forsythe.
Well, you don't have to worry about getting blown away by the fastball. I mean, he can sneak the fastball by you, but that's what he's going to do. He's going to sneak it by you. You got to be ready for all the other stuff and just shorten the stroke. Think about the middle of the field and getting this run home. Maybe even 2.
A little meeting there in front of the mound between Perez and Santiago. And the pitch is wide. So Forsythe refusing to chase that one off the plate.
Boy, now this is where you start to think about the backdoor cutter. And this is where Logan Forsythe, you've got to be on your toes for that pitch potentially. Although Santiago, sometimes he likes to get you looking out there and then come in. Oh, there it was.
He tried that pitch wide. It stayed out there, though. 2-2. And Forsythe out in front is out on strikes. There's that changeup. Big strikeout for Santiago. 2 gone.
Boy, that's exactly what Santiago needed, and he had to work to get it, but eventually off speed, down and away. That was a good pitch and great location. I'll tell you, during his recent run of success, you go back over his last 5 starts. He's got an ERA of 1.35, and it's been pitching in these situations, runners in scoring position. He has been tough.
Steven Souza Jr. fouls a fastball back, strike 1. He's had to work a little harder here in the first inning than he has in most of his innings this year. He's averaging a little over 17 pitches an inning, and he's up to 26 right now. Rays trying to cash in on the opportunity, and Souza is hit by the fastball. So the bases will be loaded for Jake Elmore.
Well, he came way up and in too. Get a little visit here on the mound, see what's going on. All of a sudden you get ahead of a hitter and you want to rush the fastball in. He likes to come in, but that was way up and in. Got Steven Souza Jr. right in the armpit.
So Mike Butcher, the pitching coach out there, for a prolonged conversation, and Jeff Kellogg, the plate umpire, about to arrive to break it up, move things along. Well, the bases will be loaded for Jake Elmore. Elmore came up with a big hit, driving in 2 runs in last night's game in the 3-run 6th inning. And a take on that first pitch too low. Elmore with 9 runs batted in now. 5 of 14 in these situations. And that's going to be a strike. Just caught the edge. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2. High fly ball right center. Calhoun waits, and the Rays will leave him loaded in the first. We're going to head into the bottom of the first. The Rays miss an opportunity. In the first, but left the bases loaded. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Angels, presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Ibar, Trout, and Pujols. Trout in center field tonight. Calhoun, Freese, and Joyce down the middle. Joyce the DH. Perez, Neuenhuis, and Giovitella completing the lineup for Los Angeles.
Now taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-hander Nathan Carnes making his 11th start of the season. Impressive numbers, 3-2 record, ERA 3.32, coming off of a stellar outing back in Baltimore. 6 innings of shutout baseball on just 1 hit and 7 strikeouts.
Well, here's Ibar hitting .276, switch hitting shortstop. Pitch is skied to left. And Geyer is right there. One gone.
Well, let's take a look at that Rays defense as it lines up tonight in the outfield left to right. We've got Geyer, Matuk, and Souza Jr. in the infield. Third to first, Longoria, Cabrera, Forsythe, and Jake Elmore with Rene Rivera behind the plate.
Now Steve Trout. Trout was the DH in last night's game. Takes this first pitch too low. Trout 1 out of 8 through the first 2 games of the series, with a home run being his hit. And there's a shot deep to center, and that one is well gone. Trout hits his 14th home run of the year, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles.
That has been the story for this Angel offense, and lately it's been home run heavy. Mike Trout, that was a blast. You see him go down for this pitch. That ball's middle, wanted it away. He stays inside it very well. Look at the bat speed.
Well, he got it in his power zone, and he powered it out of here. Here's Pujols lifting a fly ball into right. That's caught by Souza Jr. So 3 fly balls, one of them out of the ballpark. Beyond the wall and the vegetation that serves as a batter's eye in center field.
Boy, high finish, quick bat with strength, and you get this.
106.5 miles per hour off the bat. So Trout, last year's American League MVP, gives the Angels the lead. Cole Calhoun takes a pitch low.
Well, and a trend developing too. These Angel hitters, the first 3, have not waited around a long time before attacking Nathan Carnes.
Calhoun fouls this one away.
You know, they know that Nathan, you know, his success relies on him pitching ahead, being efficient. And we talked about his last outing, how good he was. He did that on just 87 pitches. So he has been pounding the zone. These Angel hitters are aware, and they're up there ready to swing the bat.
And a foul right back into the screen on a fastball at 94.
And Nathan Carnes is not a big change of speed guy. You know, hard with the fastball, hard with the curveball, occasional changeup. But one way he can make this lineup uncomfortable if they want to just dig in and start ripping is a few fastballs, Chris Archer style, in off the plate.
And a chopper there on a breaking ball. Foul. Well, the home run he allowed to Trout was his 7th of the year, and 5 of those came in the first 4 starts. It's his first home run since his start against Texas on May the 8th, when Adam Rosales hit one off him. And he strikes out Calhoun to retire the side. A run on the home run. We go to the second, 1-0. Let's Go Places by Morgan Auto Group. Make it Morgan. We make it happen. And by Kona Brewing Company. One life, right? Don't blow it. Mahalo. Late night with the Rays. We're in Anaheim in Southern California.
Oh, I remember that. That was one of our post-game shows. That was during the presser. We had time to kind of kick back.
I was going to say, in a reflective mood following the game and waiting to be rejoined on the postgame. One strike to count on Asdrubal Cabrera.
What you fail to realize is when that camera's pointed at you, it's always watching. Got to be careful.
Yep. Yes, you do.
They probably have some really good stuff on us, too.
I'm sure they do. Foul ball, this one right back off the mask of Perez. The count is 2-2. It'll be revealed in due time to their advantage, I'm sure. Foul the other way, out of play.
You can see a pattern emerging here with Hector Santiago. You know, get ahead of a guy away. He likes the fastball in for strikes. He likes the fastball in off the plate to set up the changeup away.
Into center field, and Trout closes one away.
And that's why he has a lot of foul ball or a lot of fly balls. He just works you back and forth, tries to keep you uncomfortable and get you out of your rhythm. So you're reaching for pitches, hitting little soft fly balls, pop-ups.
Here's Mikey Montook up from Durham here, especially with the Rays and the stretch of 4 consecutive left-handed starters they'll be seeing. Montook takes the pitch too high. And last year, Montook at AAA made some significant strides. The Rays liked his work, especially at the plate against left-handed pitching. And so with this stretch of lefties here, 4 in a row, he's up and immediately in the lineup. 3-0 the count. And he draws the walk, and the Rays have a base runner. They left 3 men aboard in the first inning, and now the base on ball sends Montook to first.
We were talking about in between innings how funny the game of baseball is. You know, the Rays lead off with a couple of hits, a double steal, getting the pitch count up there, runners all over the place. They end up with nothing, and one swing, Mike Trout, and Angels lead.
Yeah, it's a great game. We love the game, but it's filled with failure and frustration, and it's how you deal with that. If you can persevere and work your way through that, maybe at the end of 9 innings you come back and win a game.
And can't wait to do it again tomorrow.
That's right. 1 strike to count on the Rays catcher Rene Rivera. He's down 0-2. Yep. Best hitters failed 7 out of 10 times. Celebrated for that.
You've got to be mentally tough to succeed at this game for any length of time.
Ooh, there's strike 3. So Rivera caught looking for the second out. And we're going to go back around to the top of the order. Second strikeout as well for Santiago. Right there at the knees.
Bottom of the strike zone. And that's where that deception comes into play. A little crossfire action, then drive the ball downhill, drive it in, change up away. A lot for you to have to digest.
Geyer opened the game with a base hit. And now a move to first. Montook takes off for second, and he is safe. And now he's out. He got in there, lost the bag, and Giavotella kept the tag on him, and he's out of there to end the top half of the second inning.
Well, it was a nifty slide to get in there, and the call was made safe.
And Montook, I think, is talking with Rocco Baldelli, saying, hey, I didn't lose the bag.
Well, replay will tell the story.
It will, and Kevin Cash looking in to get some kind of signal. We'll take a look, and I think they're going to review this.
Well, he does get in there safely, but then look, off the bag. Does he tag him there? That's the thing. He had come off the bag, but as Mikey Montook is reaching back with the left hand, did Johnny Giavotella actually tag him there?
Yeah, that's going to be the question, because he did lose the bag, but I think he's saying that he wasn't tagged. We'll see what the various shots of that play have to reveal. So the Rays will challenge this play here at second base.
Almost looked like that thumb caught the glove, but that was where he was actually called safe.
Yep, and they're going to say that he was out. So 1-3-4. He's out at second base, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Angels. Technically a caught stealing, and we get word that the call was confirmed.
Now this tag's so close here. Does he get him there? It's tough to tell. He was initially called safe. This one, it looks like that thumb that was raised, maybe he got him. And then obviously he comes off the bag, and there's even more action behind it.
Yeah, that turned out to be a two-part call. Safe and then out when he lost contact with the base. And I'm trying to read the body language there from Montook when he was talking with Rocco Baldelli, indicating that he didn't think he was tagged going back. Two the count on David Freese, the third baseman. Missed a couple of fastballs. Nathan Carnes, 27-year-old right-hander. Freese with 9 home runs. Number 9 came in his first at bat of the series here on Monday when the Angels went on to win 7-3. Rays won last night 6-1. And a foul ball right at the feet of Rivera. Just a little piece of the curveball by Freese. Matt Joyce will be next, the DH, and then Carlos Perez, the catcher, against Carnes. Now he's out on strikes. Came back to get him. Missed the breaker this time. Well, the Toyota trend the last 6 starts for Carnes. Hard to get much better than that. A 189 earned run average, and the opposition hitting only 195 over his last 6 starts.
He has been tremendous. The only knock that you could have on Nathan Carnes over the season is not getting deeper into games. And that being said,
Matt Joyce goes after the first pitch, and that's going to be caught. Cabrera had to come over from the left side and go right over the mound, and on the first base side and the first base slope, he made the catch, and so Cabrera handles that pop-up.
Yeah, don't Nathan Carnes get out of there. I'm going to scale the mountain, come down the other side, and make the catch. But getting back to Nathan Carnes and getting deeper into games, it's not that he can't get deeper into games. He hasn't really had the shackles taken off him yet. And so I think that you look at his innings pitched and you say, well, you'd like to see that number a little bit bigger, but no fault of his own. That's just the way that he's been handled. I think if he continues to put up those Toyota trend-like numbers, you'll start getting more of a leash.
One would think so. This is his 11th start of the year tonight. He's really taken some significant steps forward. The idea was originally he would be in camp this past spring trying to become the 5th starter. He's done great work and has been moved up that rotation. Perez goes out third to first, 1-0 Los Angeles.
game of this 3-game series. A beautiful night, as has been the case for all 3 games here in Anaheim. That's not always the case for Steve Geltz. Here's what he dealt with when pitching for University of Buffalo.
I mean, I remember playing Toledo in college, and it was like 18 degrees. It was snowing and windy.
Come on.
Swear, we play ball. We played all 9 innings. I pitched
18 degrees.
It was 18 degrees, snowing, and in like a 15-mile-an-hour wind, 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Snow sticking to the field.
It was like those big, fluffy snowflakes that just kind of fell, and once they fell, it just, yeah, well, because guys are running around the field and stuff, but yeah, oh yeah.
Not a lot of pitchers, guys, or position players for that matter, come out of University of Buffalo and make it to the big leagues. Steve Geltz, Joe Hesketh. BA, Toledo, was that a team on Wright State's schedule back in the day when you were there?
Yeah, you know what? I think we played them once. We were more of the Bowling Green. We played Miami of Ohio my freshman year fall ball, but got into a huge brawl with them, so they would no longer schedule the hooligans from Fairborn, Ohio, who came down to Oxford and fought them. They not big fans of that. But yeah, the Toledo Rockets were on the schedule. Buffalo was not, though.
Geyer, it's a fly ball to Calhoun and Wright. One away. Talking about those big fluffy snowflakes, that lake effect snow. They could drop some big snowflakes. And apparently expecting a snowflake or 2 tonight.
Squalls in the forecast. Yeah, that had to be tough. Springtime in Buffalo. I don't know if there is a springtime in Buffalo. I think it goes winter right into summer.
Butler, ground ball from the outfield grass. Ibar got it. Ibar about a step and a half on the outfield grass, threw a strike to first to get Joey Butler.
And showing arm strength. Got to gather himself, and boy, does he let this go.
So 2 gone. Ibar acknowledging the attaboy from Mike Trout. One strike to count to Evan Longoria. It's 1-1. Big cut. Fastball up. Longoria liked the general location. Missed it, and the count is 1-2.
Well, it's got to be enticing with a pitcher out on the mound whose best bolt we've seen, what, 90, 91 miles an hour. You want to turn it loose.
Foul out of play. Fastball at 91. Well, the Angels got Santiago in December of 2013. High fly ball to center. Trout will go back on the track with room and makes the catch in front of the wall. Well, Longoria made a bid, just not deep enough. 1-0 Angels. tonight, we raise up for the Jansen family in the Hart Gallery. Jacob and Zachary were two of the more than 3,000 kids waiting to be adopted in Pinellas and Pasco counties. That changed when they attended a Rays game with the Hart Gallery and met the Jansen family and found their forever home. How do you raise up? We go to the bottom of the third. Nathan Carnes has made just 20 pitches through the first 2 innings. Finds himself down by a run. Kirk Neuenhuis leads it off. Sends a high fly ball into left center field. Matuk is there, and the ball's going to be off the wall. The carom played by Geyer. A towering 2-base hit into left center field.
Well, Mikey Matuk in the lineup because of the left-handed pitcher, but this is where you miss that defense of Kevin Kiermaier and that closing speed. Maybe would have had a chance at this. Mikey Matuk already hedging his bet with his placement, but not able to get to that ball. Off the wall, leadoff double.
So the 2-base hit. And here's Johnny Giavotella. Lifts a high fly ball right side. Souza into foul territory and runs out of room. That's a strike. I'll tell you, Neuenhuis has found a new lease on life. He was designated for assignment by the Mets. He was hitting .079 with the Mets, 3 out of 38. And in his short time with the Angels now, he's 3 for 9 already with the Angels, and all 3 hits have been doubles.
You know who that reminds me of? When the Mets did the same thing with Chris Young, and he went to the Yankees.
Went to the Yankees, yeah.
And went off.
Down to third, sharply hit, and Longoria up with that one. Boy, that's a nice play. Cut down there to Evan in a hurry. And Giavotella is the first out. Reminder, Rays viewers appreciation. Remember, fans, send a tweet during tonight's game to @SunSportsRays, including the hashtag TuneInRays, and be entered for a chance to win autographed team gear and more. Stay tuned for the Rays live postgame show to find out if you're tonight's lucky winner.
That was well done, Ron.
Here's Eric Ibar. The pitch is a ball. There's a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Tapper foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Run in the first on Mike Trout's home run, and now a threat on the leadoff double by Neuenhuis here in the third. Blocked there by Rivera.
Tell you what, you will earn your money as a catcher trying to block pitches from Nathan Carnes, especially with runners in scoring position, because that's when he really yanks on that curveball. And you'll get a lot of those pitches that end up short in the dirt, and you've got to make plays on them.
It's Neuenhuis at second base. Close right there, and he missed. So the count is full. Mike Trout is on deck. And ball 4. So he loses Ibar. Sets up first and second. 1 out for Trout.
And some of the misses in that sequence there to Ibar kind of raise some eyebrows, and you do not want this. This was a pitch that missed out over the plate, and Mike Trout lost it in the first.
Well, the Angels had hit 15 home runs in their last 7 games collectively coming in to this one, and Trout hit his 14th home run of the year in the first. And that fastball is in there to give Carnes an 0-2 advantage.
Yeah, after missing a few of those pitches to Ibar badly, he has been right back in the zone with quality stuff here to Trout.
Ground ball short. Cabrera, Forsythe 1. That's the only one they're going to get there. Neuenhuis advances to third. Trout alive on the fielder's choice. Well, 2 outs, but still not out of the woods. Albert Pujols will be the hitter. Hit a fly ball to right. His first time up.
Well, highlighted Albert Pujols in the open, 6 home runs in his last 6 games. His bat speed, you know, we've watched him swing the bat here in this series, and it looks like Albert Pujols from a few years ago. So comfortable at the plate and really letting that bat zip through the zone.
And the breaking ball in there for a strike to get an advantage. Really hit 2 home runs here Monday and then 1 last night off Archer. And a big spot for Carnes in the third tonight. Base hit through the hole off a fastball. Neuenhuis scores. It's 2-0.
That's a perfect example. That was not a home run, wasn't even an extra base hit. But Pujols on that fastball middle in, he got the bat through there so quick and hit that ball so hard. Evan Longoria and Asdrubal Cabrera, this ball was by him before they could get out of their stance. I mean, just a bullet into left field.
So a run in the first, now a run in the third. Cole Calhoun is the hitter with men at first and second. .105.7 off the bat to get it through the hole at third.
We've seen home runs, impressive home runs, not reach that number.
Check, and the count is 1-1. to the backstop. And now both men are in scoring position.
And that wasn't even the breaking ball. We talked about having to make plays on the breaking ball in the dirt. That was just a yanked fastball by Nathan Carnes. His 5th wild pitch of the season. I should figure that's the way it's going to go. But he just yanks this down and in, and Rivera set up away, no chance.
Pujols at second, Trout at third. 2-1 the count on Calhoun. Leaves it up, and it's 3-1. Calhoun has been a much better hitter at home than he has been on the road, but right now he's 0 for his last 15. That's unusual for him in their home ballpark. And he's walked.
And you know, much like the misses to Eric Ibar, look at the last 3 misses to Cole Calhoun. One goes to the backstop, and then a curveball that's nowhere near, and then another fastball that bounces. And that's exactly right. Jim Hickey coming out there trying to get in front of this.
Rays down by a couple. Throw your boots on and enjoy the country songs of Lee Brice. After the Rays play the White Sox Saturday, June 13th, see Lee Brice, the latest featured post-game concert act and one of Nashville's hottest country stars. She sings hits such as I Don't Dance. For more information, visit RaysBaseball.com/concerts. Here's Freeze, who homered in the first game of this series. Carnes struck him out swinging in the second. Did he go? He did not, says Alan Porter on the appeal. Starting him with the breaking ball. He ended that at bat, Carnes did, with a pitch like this. But he checked, according to Alan Porter. And he misses badly. 2-0.
The last 5, the last 3 to Cole Calhoun. The curveball that was in the dirt here to start this at bat. That fastball, Rivera reaching. Right now, the command has gone away from Nathan Carnes. We haven't seen that very often this year, but when we have, it can go in a hurry.
Chopped down to third. Longoria's quick throw to first takes care of the Angels in the third, holding them to just the 1 run. 2-0 at the end of 3. Game and all season long. Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports. Logan Forsythe, who picked up his 6th home run of the year last night, opens the 4th inning tonight against Hector Santiago. A ball, no strikes. 2-0. Souza Jr. and Elmore will follow. High fly ball right center, and Trout is there to make that catch. Away. The Rays had a couple hits in the first, a hit batter. They left the bases loaded. Santiago showing some signs of settling in. Here's Steven Souza Jr. Too high.
I'll tell you how you know he's settling in is all but 1 out has been recorded via strikeout, fly ball, and he had the pickoff. 1 ground ball out. That was Joey Butler.
Well, there's ball 2. Santiago, born in Newark and went to community college in Florida. Okaloosa Walton. Now it's 2-1.
Boy, if you've got talent in baseball, they will find you anywhere. You know, you want to make it in the NFL, you've got some small school guys that'll make it, but for the most part, you're playing in a Power 5, a big-time Division I conference. In baseball, anywhere, your game, because it's so skill-oriented.
Anybody's game.
Yeah.
Fastball, and he fouls it back. The count is full. Jake Elmore on deck. And Souza is called out on strikes. He was headed to first base, and Jeff Kellogg decided that was strike 3.
You'd like to see Souza Jr., you know, he's been racking up strikeouts here in the early going of this season for the Rays. You'd like to see how many of them are looking. An awful lot. That's a borderline pitch down and in that Santiago gets the benefit of the doubt. But we see that a lot from Souza Jr., the strikeout looking.
Strike 1 to Jake Elmore. One and one. Toward the line and left. Neuenhuis on the run. Makes the catch, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3. Bottom of the 4th coming. 2-0 Angels. 2-0. Tonight's moment in Rays history presented by Geico's. On this day in 2003, Cubs slugger Sammy Sosa ejected in the first inning at Wrigley Field when cork is discovered in his shattered bat. He had grounded out, as you just saw there, against Jeremy Gonzalez, and Tim McClellan said, hey, look, take a look at this.
Wow, he was looking for every advantage.
He was. And was trying to hide out there in the dugout.
Like they're not going to find you.
Yep. So cork in that bat. Pitch is away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now life goes on.
I guess. Boy, that was a notorious time insofar as the game was concerned. Kind of the Corkeroid era, if you will.
Oh, I will.
2-2 now.
Hey, everybody was doing it, Dwayne.
Not everybody.
Well, I got numbers to prove that.
Line drive, and it's just off the mid of Longoria. He tried to time that leap and hang long enough. It just got the top of the glove on the ball. Joyce is aboard.
Well, the Rays had done a nice job against Matt Joyce in this series, facing their former teammate, but he was able to get that line drive. They had him positioned properly. Not much else he could have done.
Carlos Perez, the catcher, puts down a bunt. Plays at first. Carnes goes there with Elmore back to cover on the sacrifice. Pushes Joyce into scoring position at second. Kirk Neuenhuis, and he's come to the Angels and has gotten hot with the bat. A double and a run scored tonight. Mike Trout homered in the first. Pujols drove in Neuenhuis in the third. Now Neuenhuis up with a man in scoring position, and he takes a fastball on the inner part of the plate for a strike. Rays started the day a game out. They started the game tonight a game and a half out in the American League East. Strike 2, 0-2. The Yankees beat Seattle 3-1 today. Tanaka getting the win for New York.
And Joe Girardi after the game said he doesn't know if he's seen him any better at any point this year. How about that?
The pitch biting down and in to strike out Neuenhuis. Nice put away pitch right there. Yeah, well, if that's the case, that's a big lift for the Yankee rotation. Two gone with Joyce still at second. Here's Gio Vitello, the second baseman. He went out third to first in the third inning. It's a high fly ball back into deep left. Geyer's going to go to the wall. It's gone. Gio Vitello hits his second home run of the year. A 2-run blast. Well, he's gotten some big hits with men in scoring position this year. And there's a big one right there, his second home run of the year.
Well, his batting average is over 100 points higher with runners on base as opposed to with not. He's been good late in games, And he got a hanger here that he was able to get the bat through the zone and lift it just enough. Boy, that is a tough two-run shot to give up. 9-hole, guy that doesn't hit many. Angels double their lead.
Well, it's 390 back there to the alley in left center field, and he cleared the wall. Upstairs now 1-1. Well, there was a 2-out RBI single by Pujols in the third. Now a 2-out, 2-run home run by Giovanni in the fourth. 2-1 on Ibar. Two and two. The Rays are down by 4. Line drive caught short by Cabrera. 2-run score on the home run by Giovanni. 4-0 Los Angeles.
Describing how he gets the people going on the dance floor.
You know, it all depends on the song playing.
Yeah.
You know, any kind of coined dance, you know, that's whatever's in the trend right now is pretty fun, because when that song comes on, everybody knows it. And if you just have a little bit of, you know, courage, you can get up there, and no matter if you're good at it or not, people will start having fun with you. So anything really.
Steve Geltz has a lot of courage, always on that dance floor, getting the people going. Guys, back to you.
Well, we're seeing how truly multifaceted he is. He's in Miami, and in the spirit of being in Miami and getting a start.
That's the thing, getting a start first time in over a decade.
Cabrera lifts a fly ball into left. Neuheis is there and makes the catch in front of the track.
Well, we've had a number of interactions with Steve Geltz in different places, and always, you know, such a good-natured, easy guy to root for. Yeah, will do anything that the team asks him to do. None of this is surprising. Maybe the dancing part.
Well, we did get a little sneak preview in Miami and kept that, you know, on the reel, so we could enjoy it every once in a while. Mikey Montook, he takes a strike.
Do you know what dance is trending right now?
I have no clue.
I mean, I couldn't get close.
Because if one's trending, you know, just do it.
I know what is trending, Dwayne, and that's karaoke. And I can't handle it. I got to be honest with you. I can't handle karaoke.
The popper for Pujols just outside the line. So it's trending back now?
It is. It is trending back. And I got to be honest with you. I think that usually the ratio's got to be 75 to 80% of the people are horrifying. I mean, just break glass horrifying.
That's the entertaining factor of it, isn't it?
If the volume's right, if the volume's too loud, it just drives you right out of the room. And herd like a drove of people out of the room.
One ball, no strikes, the count to Rene Rivera. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there.
I know you do.
I've seen situations like that more often than we'd like sometimes. One ball, one strike. Hot shot foul, left side this time. Nothing doing here in the fifth. Boy, the Rays left the bases loaded in the first and nothing since. Tap to third. Freeze has this one, and it's a 1-2-3 fifth. Through 4.5, 4-0 Los Angeles. Last night here at the ballpark, 15 strikeouts in his 8-inning stint, and boy, he was dominating.
You feel well, you just don't see something like that, a performance like that very often. He was so spot on. How about the fact that he did it in just 105 pitches? Overpowering with the heater. The slider was outstanding, mixed in a few changeups, and took it to the Angels.
Mark Langston, who I know you mentioned earlier, we mentioned it last night on the telecast, and I think you mentioned it on the pregame. Langston came by before the game tonight, was still talking about how impressed he was with that.
He knows a little something about pitching.
I'm telling you, both those guys, Gubiza and Langston, and they were just shaking their heads.
Well, Dwayne, I mean, we are so privileged to watch Chris.
Three and 0 the count. That's a strike. 3 and 1.
A little choked up talking about that performance.
I know what you mean. Oh! Foul ball right back into the Angels Spanish broadcast booth. Some good glove work over there.
I mean, he did that last year too. Here, how does he get that glove on so fast? No, he does not. It's apparently he wears that the whole game, because I mean, there's no way that ball came up with some hair on it and he just stuck it like nothing.
Wow. Well, you got to be ready. How about that? Well, Mike Trout has walked. And here's Albert Pujols. Pujols single homer run in the third. Carnes touch for 2 more runs in the 4th. Leadoff man on in the 5th. A 2-ball, no strike count. Start and a stop and a throw back to first, and Trout is back in.
Well, he was off to the races, but it was a stumble out of the starting blocks. There he goes. Oops, now you got to get back. The throw, realizing late that throw's on its way down, and he had to dive back in to first base.
Big cut. Pujols aggressive on the fastball, and it's a 2-2 count.
Now, fortunately, this pitch was up just enough. Well, it sets up that curveball here if he wants to go with that. The fastball elevated. Come with the hook.
Keeping an eye on Trout. He's 8 of 11 in the steal department. Ground ball. Out at second and out at first. The Rays with time to complete that double play.
You know what? That was actually a nice job out at second base. You know, coming from a different position because they had the shift pulled around on Pujols, but Mike Trout was bearing down on Logan Forsythe, trying to break this up. And Cabrera to Forsythe. Look where Trout is. He's going in there trying to. Logan Forsythe with some nifty footwork to avoid him and then make that throw.
There's a ball to Calhoun. Calhoun has struck out and walked. Angels have hit 2 home runs tonight, one by Mike Trout, the other one by Johnny Giovanella. Takes the count to 1-1. Foul ball off his foot. The count is 1-2. That'll take a little time for that to subside. Well, the Angels have been hitting a ton of home runs lately, and even as great as Chris Archer was last night, Albert Pujols hit one in the 4th inning off him, and that's doing something with the way Archer was throwing the ball last night. 2 great back-to-back outings for Chris Archer. And Geyer lined up to make the catch. We've completed 5 tonight, and it's 4-0 Los Angeles. T-Mobile game changer. And you see, trying to put last night, actually the last 2 starts for Archer, into perspective. And this really does it right here. Since 1914, only Dwight Gooden and Chris Archer have accomplished that feat with 12+ strikeouts and no walks in back-to-back starts. 1 strike to count on Brandon Geyer, and he's quickly behind in the count. Well, Santiago has retired 11 in a row. The walk to Montouk was the last man to reach base, and there's a hit batter. So Geyer heads to first here, hit by a pitch.
Yeah, one of those Rays hitters that will not give up ground at home plate. You think about Logan Forsythe's another one that they just stand there, and if that ball's coming in, they will turn into it, let it hit them, take the base. Swinging the bat hasn't worked so well the last few innings.
And I'll tell you, with Geyer, when you look at his numbers, and he started against left-handed pitching, and that's been his primary role, but you put together his on-base percentage and his slugging percentage, and he's one of the top 2 or 3 guys in the lineup when it comes to OPS. 1-0 the count on Butler. Shot into center field. Got some carry. Might go. Does. Home run to center for Joey Butler. Boy, he got carry on that one out of here. And just like that, the Rays are on the board. Butler's 4th home run. And now it's 4-2.
Boy, what a big turnaround here for the Rays offense. The hit by pitch and then Joey Butler to center field. That was a missile.
What a stretch he is in. Well, great carry. Butler showing great strength to hit that one out to center.
Boy, so many of his hits up the middle the other way, but he has shown that power too, to right field, now into center field. His approach is what has led to these numbers, and he's been just outstanding for the Rays since being called up. Well, that's why you see him right at the top of the lineup.
His 4th home run of the year. He had a great month of May, and boy, what a start to June. Evan with a count of 1-2. Butler had a hit last night. He had a hit and a run batted in on Monday. He closed out May with the 4-hit game against the Orioles. There's a base hit for Longoria. So the Rays put 3 consecutive hitters aboard. They've scored twice in the inning, and Evan has a base hit. So the 3rd time through the lineup here. This inning keyed with Geyer down in the count 0-2 and being hit by a pitch. And 2 pitches later, Joey Butler got the Rays on the board. Now Longoria's at first, and here's Logan Forsythe. One ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Three and 0 the count.
You feel like this game is, the Angels have a 2-run lead, but slipping quickly away.
And that is ball 4. So 2 men on now with 2 runs in. No action in the Angels bullpen, but Mike Butcher is going to make a trip to the mound. And we might see something start to stir in that Angel bullpen now after this walk, and Butcher talking it over with Santiago. Rays Flex Packs now come with one of 8 great gifts of your choice, starting at just $59. Rays Flex Packs allow you to choose any 3, 6, or 9 games with no blackout dates. Plus, get half off parking when using the funds loaded to your Rays card. For details, visit RaysBaseball.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS. Joey Butler, a 2-run home run here for the Rays in the 6th inning. Got them on the board, cutting the deficit in half. And now Longoria and Forsythe have reached. Here's Steven Souza Jr. And the pitch is a strike. Souza called out on strikes on a pitch down around the knees in the 4th inning after being hit by a pitch in the 1st. Santiago kept the first pitch down for a strike. One and one. Erosion, the right-hander. Alvarez, the lefty. Another pitch out of the zone wide. 2-1.
Well, the Rays have been given a golden opportunity here. I mean, down 4-0 with nothing going offensively. And the first 4 men have reached. 2 have scored. Good count to work with.
And a high shot back into deep left. Goodheit's back to the wall. Goodbye. Home run for Steven Souza Jr. A 3-run blast. The Rays have scored 5 here to open the 6th inning. And they take a 5-4 lead.
I'll tell you, you could feel this coming. You could feel the Rays. Boy, I'll tell you, Mike Scioscia not wasting. This lead has evaporated in minutes. Down. Ball is down. Down and in, and Souza Jr. with a little golf swing. Nice little 7-iron. And maybe a 9-iron.
That's his 11th home run of the year. Another 3-run home run for Souza Jr. and the Rays lead 5-4. Bay Area Mazda dealers. Late night with the Rays from Angel Stadium. The Rays have sent 5 men to the plate here in the 6th. They have hit 2 home runs and they've scored 5 runs. Scary.
Creepy.
Two-run home run by Butler. 3-run home run by Souza Jr. Now it's Cam Bedrosian in the game with Jake Elmore in the box. And a tapper by the mound headed to short. Ibar up and out with the throw. Elmore's the first out. 5 innings plus for Santiago. He came into this inning. He had retired 11 in a row. Had not given up a hit since the second hitter of the game. Geyer and Butler got hits. No hits since then until the 5th.
Remarkable. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that start earlier in the year when the Rays were playing the Boston Red Sox at Tropicana Field. Joe Kelly, who was dominant for the first 5 innings and then came out and imploded.
Cabrera, nice bunt. He has himself a base hit right here. Freeze just in to pick it up and flip it back to Bedrosian. Boy, that's a perfect bunt for a base hit for Cabrera.
Yeah,
You're right about that. That's exactly what it's like. I mean, Kelly was lights out and then a completely different guy when the Rays got to him. And they jumped on Santiago quickly here. Geyer started this inning. He was down 0-2 when he was hit by a pitch. Mikey Matuk now sends one into center. Mike Trout coming in to grab it. 2 gone.
No, that it's another perfect example of how quickly things can get away from you. You lose a little bit of concentration, you make a couple of mistakes. It doesn't take long for big league hitters to capitalize, and you got to give credit to the Rays. Seemingly down and out with Santiago, who's having a great season. ERA's just over 2 coming into this, and boy, they pounced on him.
Rays bullpen up there is Brandon Gomes. Rene Rivera, the pitch to him is too high. Over to first. Cabrera's back in. Foul ball straight back, and that's going to be out of play. The count is 1-1. Ninth man to come to the plate here in the 6th for the Rays. Fly ball, right field. Calhoun waits. Rays send 9 men to the plate. They score 5. And they take a 5-4 lead. 2-run home run by Joey Butler. That one out to center field. And then the big blow, a 3-run home run by Steven Souza Jr. And the Rays hold a 5-4 lead. Is brought to you by your Tampa Bay area Mazda dealers and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Well, Nathan Carnes and the Rays now have a 5-4 lead. Carnes will depart the game now after 5 innings, giving up the 4 runs on 5 hits. He leaves in favor of Brandon Gomes, who's making his 18th appearance.
Boy, how fortunes have changed, and now the Rays get to go to that bullpen and try to close it out. Not a lot of margin for error, but here we go.
First pitch is a strike. That ball popping away from Rivera, but he got a strike call from Kellogg nevertheless.
Yeah, a complete cross-up. Somebody messed up there. Watch Rivera. He's thinking something down. It's a breaking ball. He was looking fastball and got the slider. Fortunately, got the strike.
Liner into right. Souza Jr. on the run. Going to be over his head and will one hop into the stands for a leadoff double for the Angels in the bottom of the 6th. Los Angeles right back with an immediate threat.
Well, David Freese does get the fastball here. It's up, and he just risks it out into right field. And this ball hit hard, slicing away from Souza Jr., makes its way into the stands.
Now the hitter is Matt Joyce. Joyce 1 out of 2 with a run scored. Strike 1. Gomes last worked on Saturday. The combination shutout over the Orioles. Ramirez worked 7, Gomes 1, and Boxberger 1. A ball and a strike. Shift on for Joyce. Now 1 and 2.
Well, Brandon Gomes wants that strikeout. He's got the pitch to do it with that split. Does not want to allow Matt Joyce, even in making an out, doesn't want him to drive in the run, but even in making an out, move a runner up. David Freese over to third base with less than 2. So punch out here now that you're 2 strikes.
And a cut and a miss. He gets the strikeout. Exactly what he was after here after the leadoff double.
And everybody in the stadium knows that that's what he's going for, and that this is the pitch that he's going to go with. Doesn't matter. Too good.
Carlos Perez, the young catcher. Oh for 1. That was a ground ball to third. And he went after that one.
Why?
That's an attempt at a check swing, but he offered.
That's almost a predetermined swing, because this ball out of the hand of Brandon Gomes, that pitch was never near the strike zone. Nice way to jump out to 0-1.
Off the end of the bat. 0-2. Perez caught the first game of the series on Monday. Went 1 for 3 with a single. Also had a walk in the game. Gomes has gotten the jump on him. 2 strikes. This one he lays off. 1 and 2. Runner at second is the third baseman, David Freese. 1-run ball game. Ground ball. That ball off the glove of Cabrera. Freese will try to score. Throw. He is out at the plate. Rays cut down the potential tying run. Freese tried to get in there head first. The ball hit the short. Cabrera got a glove on it and hustled after it to retrieve it. And they cut down Freese at the plate. It's still 5-4.
There was no play to be made here. So Cabrera, all he's trying to do is keep this ball in the infield. He keeps it close enough, but watch the throw. Doesn't even get to step into it, and it is right on the money. And that allows Rene Rivera to get over and tag that left hand to David Freese. Gary DiSarcina, the third base coach, aggressively waving David Freese in and burned by the throw from Asdrubal Cabrera.
Boy, that's quite a throw by Cabrera. Now the pitch to Neuenhuis is a ball.
Boy, and no hesitation, too. Good communication throughout the infield, letting Cabrera know to turn and throw, because he didn't need to waste any more time to be able to get Freese.
1-1.
You're going to get to see Gary DiSarcina waving right here, way down the line. He's sending them, but look at that throw.
Jeff Kellogg on the call. No question about that. Into the dirt. Now the runner will advance. Perez moves up. The count is 2-1 now. So Perez got credit for the base hit. And Cabrera with a great play to knock it down and then gun down Freese at the plate. Now with a 2-1 count, Longoria is on the left side and Cabrera moves to the right side on the shift. Cut and a miss. 2-2. Man at second base again, now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that will retire the Angels in the 6th. Through 6, 5-4 Rays. Trout unloaded his 14th in the first inning. Blast to center field. Johnny Giavotella hit one, a 2-run blast in the 4th. That made it, at the time, a 4-0 game. But Joey Butler connected in the 6th with Geyer aboard out to center field. Cut the deficit in half. And then Steven Souza Jr. with Longoria and Forsythe aboard hits this one out to left to lift the Rays to a 5-4 lead. And that's how we stand as this game moves into the 7th inning. Kevin Kiermaier will open the 7th, pinch hitting for Geyer against the right-hander Bedrosian.
You know what
Pitches a strike.
You know what you love about that home run from Steven Souza Jr. is the fact that in the previous at-bat, he was called out on strikes on the same pitch. Fastball down and in. And makes the adjustment, and it leads to a 3 spot for the Rays.
A little piece of it to stay alive. A 2-strike count to Kiermaier. Butler next, and then Longoria. Ball 2 strikes. Bedrosian took over in the 6th inning with nobody out. Gave up a bunt single to Cabrera and left him on, so Bedrosian got credit for the full inning. Two and two. Speaking of Cabrera, the home run's a big part of this game, but that play he made to cut down Freese at the plate, also a major play in the contest to this point. And he has done things like that all year. He hasn't been flashy, and part of that's not his game. He'll make plays that some shortstops might make look flashy. They're not, but he's been so steady on the left side of the infield at shortstop, and he came up with a major play right there. Hard hit ground ball to second. Giavotella makes the play on that one. So one away. Our cold hard facts tonight brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. The American League rookie home run leaders. Steven Souza Jr. topping that list, but also on that list, Tim Beckham currently on the disabled list, and now Joey Butler, who hit his 4th tonight. Butler takes the ball. Butler 2 out of 3 with a home run, 2 runs batted in, and a stolen base. 1-1. That'll be a strike.
Joey Butler, I love his approach at the plate. The last 2 pitches, strikes. He doesn't leave the batter's box. He just stands there and then gets the bat ready to go again. No messing around.
Into the dirt. 2-2. And technically, he's still not leaving the batter's box.
No. Well, he took that first fastball down to the zone for a strike, and he was just staring at that spot. Like, okay, if that's a strike, let me kind of gauge things here. I'm just going to stand, not move, and get ready to hit again.
It is called out on strikes for the second out.
Now forced to leave the batter's box now against his will.
Well, he didn't think that was a strike, and neither did Foxtract.
Myron has that a little down and in.
Two gone. There's Evan Longoria. Breaking ball too low. 1-0. Five runs, 6 hits for the Rays. 4 runs, 7 hits for Los Angeles. It's going to be out of play. Longoria, part of the 5-run 6th when he singled following the home run by Butler. Longoria had a base hit, then Forsythe walked, and that set the stage for Steven Souza Jr., who hit the 3-run home run. Liner into left field, and it's right at Neuenhuis. The Rays are out in the 7th, middle of the 7th, 5-4 Tampa Bay.
With the Rays on this final game of this 3-game series with the Rays and the Angels, as we get to know more about Steve Geltz, guys. When he was asked what sport he would choose if it wasn't baseball, he said either paintball or golf. Here's Geltz on playing paintball.
When I was a kid, a lot of kids in my high school played, and I was always curious about it because it always seemed fun to get to run around and shoot guys with paintballs. And then I played one time, and just the adrenaline of hearing those things and just running around, that got me hooked, and I loved it ever since.
To this day, do you have your own gun? Do you have your own gear? You got everything?
Oh yeah, I got it all. I got a 3 different guns. I hold the outfits, the masks. I got it all.
Paintball aficionado. Add that to the list of Steve Geltz items. Guys, back to you.
Again, showing great versatility. Paintball or golf?
Yeah, I mean, opposite ends of the spectrum.
Well, Jake McGee is now in the game for the Rays, and his first pitch to Gio Vitella is a strike call.
I can't imagine that he would be talking about golf with as much fervor as he was talking about paintball and the adrenaline rush.
Cutting the miss, 0-2. Kevin Kiermaier stays on to play center field, and Maltuk moves over to left. Cut and a miss. Boy, overpowered him. Strikes him out with the fastball, 1 away.
Well, staying away. He just buries that fastball between the belt and the letters. It's the way that Jake McGee goes about his business. You know that he's going to attack with that fastball. High octane.
Now it's Eric Ibar, who's nothing of 2 with a walk. Ball, no strikes. High pop fly to left. Maltuk grabs that one. 2 up and 2 down. Carnes worked 5, Gomes 1. And now McGee. McGee will be facing Mike Trout. Trout homered in the first inning. And the fastball, ball 1. Two and 0. He takes a little time behind the mound after falling behind the reigning American League MVP from last year. There's ball 3 at 96. Hard stuff, hard stuff, hard stuff from McGee. Pujols on deck.
And you got to be careful here because you know Trout has the green light. Make a pitch. Go ahead and take one seat in the zone.
3-1.
Come back and get him.
Cut and a miss. Big cut. High octane. 3-2.
Easy 96 from Jake McGee. Ball just explodes out of the hand. Mike Trout turns it loose on the swing. Well, that is power on power. McGee wins that round.
And he strikes him out. 98 on that one. Saved the best for the last pitch of the inning. And comes back to strike out Trout. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels. 5-4 Rays. Tonight's game summary brought to you by Gold and Diamond Source. Rays fell behind 4-0. Home runs by Mike Trout. Johnny Vivitella leading off. They are putting the Angels out in front, giving them the lead, and then the Rays exploding 5 runs in the 6th on home runs by Joey Butler and Steven Souza Jr. Logan Forsythe will lead it off against Fernando Salas, pitcher number 3 for the Angels. Pitch is high. Forsythe walked as part of the 5-run 6th inning. It's 1-1. Santiago worked 5+, gave up 5 runs, but Bedrosian 2 scoreless innings. And now it's Salas. Foul right back out of play. 1-2. Salas, 30 years old. Play. Salas was in the game here Monday. He faced Butler and got him on a fly ball to center. Still a ball, 2 strikes.
The Rays looking for a little insurance as you see Kevin Jepsen warming up this ball game. You know, once you got Carnes through 5 and you were able to take that lead surprisingly quickly, and then all of a sudden it's Gomes, and then you got McGee. You think Jepsen, if he can do his job, Boxberger, but you'd like to give him some breathing room too.
That's only one right now. 5-4. Rays left the bases loaded in the first. Forsythe is out on strikes. Well, the Rays will be heading up to Seattle. Our next telecast will be Friday. Jake Odorizzi is going to make the start there. Here's what's coming up on Rays Live pregame Friday, presented by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. We'll hear from Jake Odorizzi, and Orestes will break down the Mariners slugger Nelson Cruz. Here's a bunt by Souza, and he is out. Well, that bunt attempt by Souza grabbed by Salas right out of the mitt of Perez.
Yeah, this is taking the pitcher can't catch a pop-up a little too far. His bunt's popped up. I mean, you're going to try to catch it. Perez is almost going to run right through him.
So 2 gone, and here's Jake Elmore. Elmore looks at a strike. Lined into right toward the line. Calhoun is there. And the Rays are up and down 1-2-3 in the 8th. Bottom of the frame coming up, and the Rays lead by a run.
Baltimore, Steve Geltz on Late Night with the Rays. We told you earlier if he wasn't a baseball pitcher, he might like to play a little paintball or golf. We heard about his paintball prowess. Here is Geltz on golf.
Oh, I love golf. Not always the best at it, but I love to play. I love to get out there, you know, just to be on the course. Just nice open day, especially when it's real wide open, nobody on the course. There's nothing more peaceful, nothing more just get you away from reality for a minute. Just kind of go out and play a game.
A man of many likes, the peacefulness of a round of golf and the adrenaline rush of paintball. Guys, back to you.
Sounds well-rounded to me.
You knew it. You knew he would not be. When he was talking about paintball, he was envisioning paintball. I mean, he had the quick head movements and then thinking about golf. Yeah, very relaxing. You probably have to relax after that adrenaline-rushed game of paintball.
New pitcher is the former Los Angeles Angel, Kevin Jepsen, who's making his 24th appearance for the Rays now.
And welcome to the game. You get to face Albert Pujols.
Middle of the order, Pujols, then Calhoun and Freeze. And a breaking ball, and he takes it for a strike. Carnes worked 5, Gomes 1 inning, and McGee 1 inning. A couple strikeouts for Jake and a 1-2-3-7. The right side foul into the seats. 0-2. The Rays right now a game and a half back of New York. The Yankees beat Seattle. At the moment, Toronto's 4.5 out. Baltimore and Boston each 5 back. One and 2. Pujols has been red hot. Even his singles are hot. 105.7 miles per hour. That line single through the hole on the left side of the infield in the third that produced a run. Ground ball, and that's going to go through the hole. Breaking ball. Well, the Rays overloading that left side, and Pujols still got it through.
The line drive that you just referenced, and this is a ground ball that was smoked through the hole. I guess that's how you can beat the shift. You just hit the ball so hard. Look at very little stride and rip it.
.9.7 to get that one through off the bat.
A ground ball at almost 100 miles an hour.
Yep. Here's Cole Calhoun. Pops it foul. That will be out of play. Calhoun is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to left in between. He drew a walk. Jepsen against the Angels right fielder. Upstairs 1-1. Calhoun out of Arizona State. Coming out of high school, he was not a player that major league clubs had a lot of interest in. He really wasn't recruited by major colleges. He had to find a place to play, played junior college baseball, then wound up at Arizona State. And here he is in the big leagues hitting cleanup for the Angels.
Late bloomer, and you know what? That's why he is appreciated here in Anaheim by these Angel fans. They renamed their little section out in right field the Cal Zone in honor of him a couple of nights ago. Had a giveaway last night in his honor. Or maybe that was 2 nights, whatever. Or they have it on the same night.
Ground ball, that's going to go through the right side. Pujols is going to head to third. The throw offline. Now throw back to second. They're going to get him. He is out at second base. Pujols goes all the way to third. And with that throw coming through, Calhoun tries to slip into second, and the Rays cut him down.
Well, Evan Longoria just bailed out Steven Souza Jr. Another airmail of the cutoff man from the Rays right fielder almost allowed Cole Calhoun to get up to second base. And this is going to take a look at it right here. Boy, just airmails everybody, but Evan bails him out with a quick toss back to Cabrera.
Cabrera stayed with that play to get him. So 1 out. A man now at third base. The Rays break up their conference on the hill. David Freese will be the hitter. So the Rays get the first out. And with the potential tying run at third, the infield will come up with David Freese at the plate. There's a strike at 96. Fouls it away. 97.
And he's dialing it up, and that swing by David Freese tells you that. Kevin Jepsen understanding what's at stake here, and now that he's gotten to 2 strikes, needs the punch out. Infield in. Angels down by just 1. Freese just trying to put the ball in play and get Pujols home. Make him miss.
0-2 the count. And he takes a shot on that corner a little wide. That one at 96.
You got the feeling there that David Freese was looking for something other than the fastball. Reacted to that way late.
The 1-2. Oh, he got him. Strike 3. Boy, hard stuff on the first 3 pitches, and then he came back and just froze him with the off speed.
I think that was a changeup, and we very rarely see Kevin Jepsen with a changeup. He's usually fastball, power, curve, but he goes change piece, freeze a guy, freeze.
Freeze frozen on the change. And that's going to be it for Jepsen. So he'll leave with a man at third and 2 outs. Matt Joyce is due up, and the Rays will make the call to the bullpen. While they do that, we'll make a call to Todd Callis. Todd?
All right, Dwayne, Brad Boxberg coming in for the Rays. As you know, in the major leagues, the guy with the least amount of service time in the bullpen is the guy that takes the backpack out with all the goodies. It's a lot more detailed than you might realize. Here's Steve Geltz on Late Night with the Rays.
It's hard work, man. You got to know, you got to do your homework, pen and pad. You know, you got to get out there and you got to do your research, find out what guys want, what kind of jerky they like, spicy, sweet, smoky. I mean, what kind of nuts they want. If they want almonds, macadamia, cashews, gum, candy. You can't be chocolate because chocolate melts. There's a lot of stuff you got to get right.
It's a lot of prep.
Oh man, it's
like going over Scotty report.
Hey, this is like our pregame. Yeah, it's just like our meeting. We have to go in and figure out what kind of candies are going to be ideal for the 3rd inning, because once it gets hot, you don't want to, the first 3 innings you're going to munch on Jolly Ranchers and hard candies, and then once it cools off in the night, then you can break out the chocolates, the It's a science. It's a real science.
And you will be worn out if you screwed up.
Oh yeah, you'll hear
Yeah.
you'll hear about it, and so just don't screw up.
So a lot of pressure now on the young rookie Andrew Bellotti, guys, because Steve Geltz spent $90 the first day he had the bullpen bag as a Ray, and he gets guys like Brad Boxberger ready for his outing. Back to you.
All right, well, we have seen tonight a multifaceted, almost a renaissance man, and prepared regardless of the situation.
No, how about putting the meal money to good use?
Yeah.
And getting that bag prepared. But what he has done, and you just listened, he was excited talking about that as he was paintball. And here's what he's done. He's raised the bar. He's raised the bar for everybody after him. They're going to have to at least match his attention to detail. That will not be easy. Good luck, Andrew Bellotti.
And Brad Boxberger gets the call. Boxberger on for the 23rd time, and he inherits a runner at third. That's Albert Pujols. Matt Joyce will be the hitter.
Well, the one thing that Brad Boxberger has going in this situation, you've got 2 outs. Keep the ball off the screen behind Rivera and retire the hitter.
A little tapper. That's a foul ball. Joyce singled and scored in the 4th inning. Popped to short in the 2nd. Struck out in the 6th. That was against Brandon Gomes. That strikeout. Now facing Brad Boxberger. Pops it up. Foul. 0-2. Five-4 ball game. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Houston Street, the closer, down there, and Alvarez, the lefty, up for the 2nd time tonight. That one a little low. 2-2. Pujols opened with a base hit, went to third on the hit by Calhoun, and he was cut down trying to move into second base. Freese struck out. And the 2-2 now to Joyce. And he strikes out in front of the change. The Rays get out of that spot, leaving Pujols at third. 5-4. Out of town and on up to Seattle.
Not nearly in as much style as Todd just did on the scooter. You can't duplicate that anywhere.
That's the epitome of class and style.
And sit in side saddle while he did it. Very impressive.
Impeccably attired. So on to the ninth inning we go. The Rays will see the fourth pitcher of the night run out there by the Angels, Jose Alvarez. We'll have Asdrubal Cabrera to lead off against him.
And maybe at some point, maybe in the next time we play the Miami Marlins, you can give the backstory on how that picture came to be. Because it was a really good move by you.
Trying to take advantage of an opportunity to get a great photo. Turned out to be a classic. Here's Alvarez on for the 18th time, and Cabrera. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball, shortstop. High bar takes care of that. 1 away. Tampa Bay Rays invite you to attend Pride Night at Tropicana Field Friday, June 12th, where the Rays host the White Sox. All members of the LGBTQ community, as well as family, friends, and organizations, are invited to come out, show their pride at this event. For more information, visit RaysBaseball.com/special events. Mikey Montook up here against the lefty. A ball, no strikes. He has a walk, otherwise 0 for 2 tonight. That's a strike. 1-1. Chopper down to third. Throw by Freese is in time. So 2 up and 2 down. The Rays have had men on base technically in only 3 innings tonight. Montook walked in the 2nd inning and then technically was caught stealing. They left the bases loaded in the 1st, and they left 1 man on in the 6th when they scored all 5 of their runs. Rene Rivera. That's a strike. Rivera 0 for 3 tonight. And down 0-2 right now. Los Angeles due to have the bottom 3 in the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th. And that is strike 3 call. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. We head into the bottom half of inning 9. 5-4 Tampa Bay. Coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by Checkers. We'll be anchoring the coverage here from Anaheim. We'll hear from Kevin Cash in the manager's press conference. And Todd Callis will have interviews from the clubhouse on our Rays Live, the postgame. Steven Souza's 3-run home run capped the 5-run 6th. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Carlos Perez, the catcher, leads it off. Boxberger's pitch is low. Boxberger came on and got the strikeout to end the 8th. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Center, and that falls for a base hit. Perez is aboard to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning with the 10th Los Angeles hit of the game.
Well, he's going to be pinch run for. Nice job by Carlos Perez being able to punch that ball up the middle. He's made quite the impression here in Anaheim with the Angels. Taylor Featherston on to run.
Alfred Herrera will be the pinch hitter. Navarro at the plate. So 5 of 22. Shows the bunt, takes the pitch too high. The Angels left a man at third base in the 8th inning after Pujols had led off with a single and advanced to third on Calhoun's hit. And that is a strike.
Boy, anytime you're squaring around to bunt and you start jabbing at the ball, it typically does not go well. You almost have to use that bat as a glove and catch the baseball. Set your angle and drop that bunt down. You start pushing at it, not going to go well.
Over to first. Oh, close. Elmore thought they had him picked off there. And Alan Porter wants to talk this one over with Porter at first base.
Boy, big lead, a lean. That's what gets you in trouble, then struggling to get back. You know, boy, it just depends on where that glove came down. It's going to be close. Well, you know what? Close enough that it's worthy of a look.
So it's going to be an umpire's review here.
Worth a shot.
Yep.
It's like when you would go in and ask mom for some candy. She's probably going to tell you no, but you take a shot.
Yep. Well, there you go. And here is that play. So it would appear that the Angels will continue to have a runner at first, but we'll see on this umpire's review.
I'm going to back you up on that, partner.
Both going out on a limb here.
Right.
So Featherston stays at first base.
That hand seemingly just moves away from the glove of Elmore and gets back into the bag.
So the review confirmed. 1-1 the count to Navarro. Showing bunt, runner takes off, pitch low, throw down. He's out at second base. Rivera cuts him down. The Angels started the runner. Rivera's throw down to second, and Cabrera put the tag on him to erase the runner.
How much value does Rene Rivera bring in his handling of a pitching staff, blocking pitches, and catch and throw? None bigger than this one here. He got rid of that so quick. I mean, look at that throw. Right to the calf.
Tapper foul by Navarro, and it's 2-2.
You know, and you got to give credit too to the guys putting the tags now. You know, it used to be that if that was close, he's going to be out. There was no review, nothing. Now you got to make sure that tag gets to the body part before they hit the bag. I mean, you've got to really get it done. Tough sometimes to hit a moving target like that when you're trying to make sure you come up with a low throw clean.
Well, the Rays have had some outstanding plays tonight. Cabrera's throw to the plate to deny them a run. Longoria getting the out at second base in the 8th inning. And now the caught stealing in the 9th.
I smell a package.
Full count here on Efren Navarro. That is ball 4. So he lays off and draws the walk, and another man back at first.
Yeah, and what you don't want to do at the bottom of the order here is mess around to where you bring Mike Trout to the plate, and he's lurking here. A couple hitters down the road. You got to make some pitches now and get out of this.
Johnny Giavotella hit a big home run in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 3. So man back on for the Angels. Here's the home run. Came on a breaking ball. Rivera, a visit with Boxberger. Boxberger last worked on Sunday. And the pitch is a strike. Boxberger got the final 2 outs in Baltimore in Sunday's 9-5 win. That'll be a strike. Fastball takes the count to 1-2.
Boy, that was well located by Boxberger. Giavotella was looking for something middle of the plate, middle in, and Boxberger goes right to the corner. Didn't have a chance to even pull the trigger. And now that opens up anything that Boxberger wants to do here.
Outside, fastball, 2-2. Boxberger not as sharp as he usually is. 19 pitches, 10 strikes, and 9 pitches out of the zone. And he goes 3-2 to Giavotella. Harry Guybar's on deck. And he's had a hot bat. So you get to the top of the order, it's a big challenge. Three-two, runner goes, and the pitch popped up foul. Headed straight back and out of play. One on, one out. And another 3-2 pitch to be made to the Angels' second baseman. Runner goes again, and the pitch is fouled out of play. Boxberger was brought on to get the final out in the 8th. And now he has started the 9th inning. A couple of base runners, and one of them caught stealing. So one on, one out. Three-two again. Ground ball right side. Base hit into right. Navarro goes to third. First and third with one out.
Giavotella is a menace, a pest at the bottom of the order. You know, he handles the bat well. We talked about how he's been good with runners in scoring position, good in late game tight situations, and he does it again with a runner moving and Forsythe flowing towards second base. He hits behind him like a perfectly executed hit and run, and now the Angels in business here, first and third.
Back to the top of the order, it's going to be Harry Guybar. Guybar came into this game with a 10-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 3 with a walk tonight.
And he'll be looking to swing early. Mark that down.
And that is a strike.
That's why you go with the changeup. He's not going to wait around. We've seen that all series.
Back-to-back change-ups. Navarro at third. Giavotella at first. 0-2 pitch. 1-2. Souza in right field makes the catch. Tag at third. Navarro heads to the plate. He scores the tying run. Giavotella moves up to second.
And that's the unfortunate part, is Giavotella moving up to second. Souza Jr. again with the big throw, trying to cut the runner down at the plate. Overthrows the cutoff man, and Giavotella gets into scoring position for Mike Trout. And now you've got an open first base, but you got Pujols behind him. And here it is. Going to tag up. You see that throw coming in high and hot. And the Angels with the winning run out at second base.
It's 5-5 in the bottom of the ninth, and they will walk Trout.
This is where you pick your poison. Do you walk Pujols and walk the bases loaded and go behind him? Or do either one of these guys swing the bat?
Well, Pujols with 2 hits and a run batted in tonight. And there's ball 4. Giavottella's at second base. Trout heads to first, 2 outs. Jim Hickey heads to the mound. And it will be Pujols and Boxberger.
And look at the pitches. Boxberger very rarely is anywhere near this number.
And the breakout's about 50-50, 16 strikes and 15 out of the zone. Boxberger and Pujols. And a chop. Longoria makes the throw to first to retire the side, meaning that we'll go into extra innings here. A run home in the ninth for the Angels, and we're tied 5-5. Mike Trout got it started with a solo homer in the first. Tony Giavotella hit a 2-run home run in the fourth. That made it 4-0 before the Rays put together a 5-run sixth. Joey Butler's 2-run home run, capped by the 3-run home run by Steven Souza Jr., giving the Rays a 5-4 edge. That set up the bottom of the ninth, and a sacrifice fly by Harry Guybar got Navarro home with the tying run. It's 5-5 as we go to the 10th inning. Rays in extra innings for the 4th time this year. Boxberger touch for a run in an inning and a third. Houston Street makes his 23rd appearance. Kevin Kiermaier leads it off and takes the pitch for a strike. Chris Iannetta is now catching, and Navarro, Efren Navarro, stays on to play left. Iannetta started behind the plate last night. That's Navarro in the outfield. Two and one to count. Kiermaier entered as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning, grounded out. Geyer started in that spot, the leadoff spot against the left-hander Santiago. And a long one back into deep right. That's got great carry. Gone! Home run for Kevin Kiermaier on a 2-1 pitch. And the Rays retake the lead 6-5. Kiermaier's blast.
Well, Kevin had a good count to work with. Houston Street not overpowering. He relies on impeccable command in order for success, and that pitch was out over the plate. And Kevin Kiermaier, his playing time limited here the last couple of days because of the lefties, and you would expect that to continue. Cashes in big time here.
Joey Butler. Rays hitting their 3rd home run of the game. Butler hit one in the 6th, and he takes that one for a strike. The chop straight off the mound to glove it, to throw to first in time. Here's a look at the Kiermaier home run.
Boy, 2-1 center cut.
Kiermaier's 4th of the year. And this one comes in the 10th. Here's Evan Longoria. Pitch is down. Geltz the right-hander, Cedeno the left-hander in the bullpen. And the strike. 1-2. Been 1 of 3 in his career against Street, that being a home run. Down in the count now, and is out on strikes. Street got Evan to expand down in the count. Strikes him out for the 2nd out. There's Logan Forsythe. Ball, no strikes. Top of the 10th. 2-1. Rays in extra innings have a win over the Yankees, sandwiched in between losses to the Marlins and the Mariners. And now they lead in this one in the 10th inning, 6-5. 2 outs and a 3-1 count on Logan Forsythe. Liner into center. There's a base hit for Forsythe. And he will make the turn, holding at first. It's going to get Souza Jr. to the plate. Souza's 3-run home run in the 6th inning gave the Rays the lead. 1 for 3. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. Forsythe is back in. Logan has already been driven home by Souza tonight. He was aboard on that home run. Cut and a miss, strike 1.
I'll tell you what, this Rays offense here tonight has struck quickly when they've been able to put some runs on the board. Down 4-0, 5 quick runs. Game gets tied up. Kiermaier with a quick home run.
Down to third. Freese takes the play at second for the Force. Rays are out. They get a run on the home run by Kevin Kiermaier. Kiermaier belting a 2-1 pitch from Houston Street. Put it into the seats and right. And the Rays lead 6-5. By Jack Link's Beef Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky, feed your wild side. Back to Angel Stadium. Late night with the Rays. Rays powering up tonight with 3 home runs.
And look at you raising up.
The difference in this game is Kevin Kiermaier at the moment.
No cheat sheet.
Yep. Defensive alignment. The new pitcher for the Rays here in the 10th inning will be Xavier Cedeno with the left-handed bat of Cole Calhoun to lead off. Cedeno making his 18th appearance. Pitcher number 6 for the Rays.
A complete team effort here so far.
The first pitch is a strike.
Well, this is where bullpen depth comes into play, because the Rays, they tried to go with the formula, with Gomes and right on through to Boxberger. Didn't work out that way, so now you need other guys to step up. Rays still have plenty of arms.
2 the count. Cedeno matching up against Calhoun. Cedeno pitched the final inning in last night's game. Calhoun started to go, but he checked in time. Cedeno came on and walked Calhoun to start the bottom of the 9th inning last night in that 6-1 game. Back facing him again tonight. And again he checks. It's 2-2. Angels scored a run in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. The Rays regained the lead on the home run by Kiermaier in the 10th. 2-2. And a popper on the left side. Cabrera settling under it, and that's the first out. Leadoff man retired. And with that out, Kevin Cash pops out of the Rays dugout with David Freese due up, and the Rays will make another call to the bullpen.
The game against the Angels, he made his debut when the roles were reversed in 2012.
Sure is. This is where I made my major league debut, actually, in 2012 against the Rays.
What was that like, and how long ago does that seem in your life, even though it was only 3 years ago?
It's funny you asked that. I was thinking about it earlier. In fact, it was yesterday. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, this is weird being here because of all the stuff that's happened in those 3 years, it made it feel like 10 years. 5, it's been a while. It feels like in the baseball world, it's been a while, and it's an honor and a privilege to come back to such a beautiful ballpark, and you know, to be able to play against this team. It's cool. I mean, this is a really unique thing.
On a night where we profiled Steve Geltz, guys, he has a chance to finish this out.
Well, here he is, brought on in the 10th inning, making his 23rd appearance. And he is on to face David Freese. This pitch is a ball, skips in. A 6-5 ball game in the 10th inning. Two and 0. Matt Joyce is on deck. And now ball 3. He falls behind. Back with a strike. 3-1. Geltz worked Sunday in Baltimore, a third of an inning. He followed Odorizzi to the mound. And there is strike 2. He's come back to take it full.
Yes, he has. First couple of pitches down in the zone. He brings the sights up just a little bit. A couple of fastballs to get to full count. Needs to make one more here.
And he loses him inside. Missed with a fastball. And he gives up a base runner with 1 out.
You know, his delivery on the 2 fastballs to get back into the count. Very smooth. Good rhythm out there. That last fastball to Walker tried to overthrow it. Tried to do a little bit too much. And that ball just took off on him.
Well, he'll get a visit from Jim Hickey, and the Rays talked this one over. Here's that pitch.
Yeah, trying to go away, and you can see he just tried to hump up and missed wildly. And that's what happens. Sometimes you make a couple of good pitches, and you're like, okay, I'm going to make this one nastier. You try to make it nasty, and that oftentimes does not work out very well.
Well, they break up the conference. Meanwhile, Grant Green will be the pinch runner for Freese. And Matt Joyce is going to be the hitter. There's a strike. Fastball.
Well, maybe that meeting right there with Jim Hickey and that good fastball pounding that zone has gotten Steve Geltz over the hump here. And he can end this game in style.
Big cut and a miss, 0-2.
That was a nasty pitch, 83 miles an hour. Late finish. Seen the Rays do that an awful lot with Matt Joyce. Get ahead and then go to off speed below the zone. Get a lot of swings and misses.
And a bunt fielded by Geltz, and the throw to first in time. And up to second base goes Green. So an 0-2 pitch. Joyce puts down the bunt.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that coming. In fact, nobody saw that coming.
Now Chris Iannetta, the catcher, will bat. Iannetta with 2 outs and a man at second. And a little tapper towards short. Cabrera's got it. Rays win it. Rays are winners tonight in 10 innings. It's a 6-5 final.